Judge me not by the color of my skin, but by the content of my character, MLK. Beside every strong black man stood a strong black woman, Coretta Scott King, who felt the exact same way. Frederick Douglass endured years of pain and hardships for us all to have education. W.E.B. Du Bois stood and reminded us that we could all go to an Ivy League college. Proclamation. The beautiful Nina Simone taught us that even though they tried to degrade us and put our names to shame, there was still a burning glory and a strength that would always remain. My skin is black, my arms are long, my hair is woolly, 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 and my back is strong.
Strong enough to take the pain inflicted again.
Narrow-mindedness, like, I don't know, people like who aren't willing to accept something that's like different.
But like the systemic like oppression of people that are of a minority, not necessarily black people, but like any colored or like minorities that are in America today.
It's like, it's hurtful, it's painful, it brings up, you know, like bad feelings, bad emotions.
It would make me feel uncomfortable, especially when I see it in real life.
It's not something that we should have to deal with in the 21st century. Like it's something that has been so inherently like into our society that it's still a problem when it shouldn't be today.
Different kind of skin, different set of eyes, two different minds, but only one God.
When you see people that are white be ahead of you or get good grades on stuff that you work just as hard for, you like just think about it and you just like in your head it's just a thought of like, oh, could this be because I'm black or because I appear more dark skinned than my peers?
So I had a guy tell me once that he never even thought to look at me or think I was pretty just because he thought I was black.
A party got broken up this past weekend. I heard the knock at the door and I knew it was a cop. So I just went and got my jacket as he was walking in and he saw me going back into the house and he just was focusing on it, getting everyone else out of the house instead of me going back into the house to get my jacket.
And so like we were walking outside of the party, like leaving, and like I had my laptop in my hand and this campus safety officer like kind of like singled me out.
I can walk right out of a party without them even checking twice.
He told me, he was like, oh, like I just wanted to make sure like that was your laptop. Like he was inferring that like I stole a laptop, and like I think that like he might have done that. I think definitely being black didn't help my case. I think if I was white, like he wouldn't have like approached me in that way, and like I mean, it was like I kind of got racially profiled there that night.
All of my white friends got off with like no types of repercussions, but I was the only one who was, even though I wasn't the one smoking. So I like fought it against the school and got all the charges dropped because that was ridiculous. And for me, like that was the first time ever in my life I've been like, this is because I'm black and I'm not gonna let this happen.
When I was younger, me and my parents were on our way home from dinner and we got into a car accident. I don't remember vividly the details of the accident or how bad it may have been, but when we were pulled over, the police were questioning both drivers, trying to see what was going on. And I just remember he spent more time on my family and really on my mom trying to figure out what was going on. But I felt that was kind of unfair because number one, my mom wasn't even driving. Number two, I have a white father. And number three, the other driver that hit us was a white man, and the two white people weren't really being questioned for the accident. It was my mom.
We were walking into the store and we passed this family, you know, this mom with two kids, like a 6-year-old girl and like a 3 or 4-year-old boy. And so we're walking into the store and this kid like runs up to us and I'm thinking, oh, he's a little kid, like he's gonna say something cute, like give him a high five. He walks up to me and my friend and like he calls us stupid niggers.
Things change, rearrange, and so do I. It ain't always for the better, dog, I can't lie. I get high cause the lows can be.
I would say just like the training that goes into being a police officer, it's like they're really outdated. Like
Everything about our world is different, so we can't follow the same system that was created in the 1800s to abide by the laws now.
We're living in a system that wasn't made for us. I mean, so that's why we're seeing a lot of the problems that we have today.
There's something wrong with the system as you shoot first, then ask questions. Okay, where are you going to get the answers if the person's already dead?
When you look in the media, you never see black guys shooting up movie theaters or shooting up Planned Parenthoods. Like those are never shown, but you'll see like a police shot a guy 16 times for like nothing.
Too low. What's the price for a black man life? I check the toe tag, not 1 0 in sight. I turn the TV on, not one hero in sight, unless he dribble or he fiddle with mics.
I mean, I would like to think that there is, but at times there's, you know, events that happen that make me realize like, wow, like things really haven't changed.
People think that it's a lot better than it actually is just because before, like even 3 years ago, like you weren't seeing the stuff you do now in the media.
We evolved more. It's different, it's more modern. It's not, like maybe we progressed a little and we got better in certain areas, but like you could argue that we digressed in a lot of other areas. So we changed.
MLK would be very happy to see what we have done in the country, but he would be very upset as well to see all these police brutality cases being caught, being filmed, and being put on the news, and when it comes down to it, the courts aren't indicting the officers. That's not a world that we want. That's not what MLK wanted. That's not what any of the representatives of the Black Lives Matter movement or anything from civil rights movement until now, that's not what our dream is. We shouldn't have to still be living in a world where I'm worried about segregation.
But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free.
More difficult life is for the black people. So if we want America to be equal, we need to work on Black Lives Matter at this time, because that's where the struggle in America is.
People who are saying like all lives matter are just taking away from the problem, or like they're taking attention away from the fact that we have a problem on police brutality on like minorities, on like black people.
All Lives Matter is broadening that to everything, and it's just really a distraction tactic.
The whole point of this is to be like draw attention to the like injustices that are looked over for so many years.
For people to say all lives matter, well, of course your lives matter, but that's not the point. The point is the fact that we are being, black bodies are criminalized every day.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours.
Everyone goes into the stores with their hoodies on and they leave out of the stores with packets of Skittles in their hand, but that does not give you the right to shoot me because of my skin tone. I should not be aimed or targeted because of my skin tone. We all just need to learn how to love one another.
So yes, all lives do matter, but we're talking about black lives at this time. Because it's clear that our judicial system has forgotten our importance, but I have not forgotten mine. If you can't see why we're making a stand, I'm sorry for your confusion. See, you've allowed yourself now to become part of the problem instead of helping us become part of the solution.
All we want to do is take the chains off. All we want to do is break the chains off. All we want to do is be free. All we want to do is be free.
So now it's like the officer's pulling up inside the car. He's trying to pull away. And at no time the officer said that he was going to do anything until he pulled out his weapon. His weapon was drawn and he said, "I'll shoot you," or "I'm going to shoot." And in the same moment, the first shot went off. And we looked at him. He was shot and there was blood coming from him. And we took off running.
Are we all alone? Fight